Jordan is doing better than it did before. Saudi Arabia is doing better than it did before. It has made plain to the US that there is no question of normalization of relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel until there is a fully functioning Palestinian state up and running. That marks a considerable advance on their position. The government of General Sisi, military dictatorship in Egypt, is in the weakest position of all. First of all, if there was an attempt at a final solution, then 2 million plus Palestinians would end up in the Sinai Desert in Egypt. If they were displaced in toto, the Palestinian resistance would be among them. And thus the theater of conflict would simply have moved from the Gaza Strip to the Sinai Desert. The resistance would continue from there. Egypt would have more than 2 million new mouths to feed, would have to be seeking investment to build houses and the rest of the necessities of civilian life, while their own people were not having houses and necessities of civilian life, because the vast majority of Egyptian people are exceedingly poor and poorly provided for. I don't believe that General Sisi's regime could survive that outcome if that were to come to pass. Other countries farther from the front line are, of course, very much more committed to Palestinian liberation. Iraq being amongst them, Yemen being foremost amongst them. Iran, not an Arab country, but a country vitally committed to Palestinian rights. Syria, Lebanon, the Lebanese resistance, and so on, are all stronger and more committed than they have ever been. So I do think we need to keep that in a proper perspective.